We get sent products to us here all the time on the channel, and we are very thankful for it. Today we're going to highlight 3 products that are made in the USA. I think you'll like them. Let's talk about them. So this is the first one here. This is the vertical planter by a company called Greenstalk. They're out of Tennessee. I think the family's name is the Petersons. They've got this really nice brochure with really clear graphics on it on how everything works and is supposed to grow in the tower. We've had this up for about a month and a half, give or take. And it's a pretty cool product. I'm gonna talk about some things I like about it and some things I don't like about it. So here's the top piece right here, and you can take this off and see that we've got some dill growing here. That's really cool. They sent us some organic seeds, a whole bunch of organic herb seeds. And I planted those in here. Unfortunately, we haven't had too many germinate, so I'm not sure what the reason for that is, although I can probably guess. And so I'm gonna talk about what I don't like about this first, and it's the distribution of water. Now, this is probably the best stackable planter that I've ever seen in its distribution of water, but it's still not getting the water to where it needs to go, and let me explain why. So let's show you how it's put together. This is the top portion here. I did leave off one of the planter box pieces, or the pots, I guess you could say. I don't even know what to call them, and that portion, so I could show you guys how everything works. So this one will go on the top, and this one is the one that you fill up with water. You don't water anything else but this top portion here, and it's going to, through these small holes, water your top piece right here, and then the rest of the water is going to drain down through here to every other level. Now, on the other levels, and let's get this piece for you, on the other levels, it's going to have this, and some water is going to drain in and fill up each one of these. So these are contained within each level also, and it's going to drain out again through these small pieces right here. It's also going to drain through the holes you see in the bottom of this portion. So we've got our water coming down through the top, through this cone. It fills up that, it distributes water that way, and it also, once it makes it through the soil, starts to leak down and through there and distributes the water out here a little bit. And those holes are back underneath here, and you can see the other distribution tray that's right under there, the same as this one, and every level has one of those. So once the water drains out of your soil, they'll come out of these holes right here, the ones that I showed you right there, and it'll drip back here, and I can feel that's wet. And then the distribution of the water down the center comes out of those small tiny holes that's in that middle tray, and that falls about 6 inches back inside. Now you can see where you have to plant the seeds is kind of out this way, so it's away from the water, and that might be good. It's not, the water's not going to wash away the seed, but out here it's less damp than under here. So you're going to have perfect soil that's going to soak up that water from everywhere and distribute it properly. You can see I don't have very good germination. I think that's because not because of the seeds, but because the water isn't getting near the seed when it's originally planted. So in my opinion, and I'm not the designer, but in my opinion, I think it would be better if, here, let's show you on this one right here, if these holes were up on these corners right here, so we can get some water that drains through and up near the seed. And that tray back there is just way too far back. It drops water down kind of the center portion, and that's great for mature plants that you don't want to get waterlogged. And that's the whole idea behind this, which I think is really awesome. You're not going to waterlog your plants or get poor distribution of water. This distributes the water much better. but I think it could be better. So we're super excited. We were just up at our favorite nursery, Bob Wells Nursery at Sorelli Farms in Mineola, Texas, and we got some new grapes, and we got an Asian pear, we got another fig, and we need to get those in the ground because it's that time of year. So it's a perfect time to use this product somebody sent to me called Vole. Now what these are little woven wire mesh bags that go on the bottom of your new fruit tree plants, or actually whatever transplants you want to put them on, and they protect against moles, voles, and gophers. I just unrolled a medium-sized one for you to see, and you can see they're super soft. They're stainless steel, food-grade stainless steel, and they're not going to cut your hand at all, which is nice. So this is a medium size, and it fits this 1 gallon grape in here really, really well. And of course, there are bigger sizes, and you can get bigger trees in there, so that one will fit all of our potted 2 gallons with no problem. So if you've seen any of our tree planting videos, we usually put a hardware cloth cage around on the inside of our holes to help stop moles, gophers, and voles. And that's it can be a challenge sometimes. And the bottom is always open on these. So if I don't put them down far enough into the ground, a mole, vole, or gopher can get up underneath it. I haven't had too many issues, but check this out. This is the very first time this has happened on the property. You can see this one is dead right here, and there's no real reason for it except for a mole, vole, or gopher that's underneath the ground. Now I've got gopher and mole tracks just everywhere around here. Usually my dog digs them up and he's good about that, and the cats will get some. But that is the very first time that that has happened to any one of my fruit trees. That's a fig, obviously. And so those Vole King little mesh bags are going to be really, really nice with my new fruit tree plantings this year. Let's go and show you how we do it, how we put one in the ground. We are out here with one of our other trellises next to the garden. We had an old grape and an old kiwi here that died off. We did our old method of vole protection with our hardware cloth, and we are going to take that out and replace them with the Vole King bags. Now the cool thing I forgot to mention is they have so many different sizes. They've got 1 quart size, which are these small ones right here. They have a smaller one, it's called a mini. I don't know, they've got them all marked down. This is a 5 gallon. Those are huge, that's kind of cool. And these are some 1 gallons. And they also have, look at that, all the way up to a 16 gallon. That's huge. So I think for our 1 gallon grape, I think it's probably appropriate to try to use a 1 gallon. So I'm looking at the 1 gallon bag and the 1 gallon pot, and looks like it's gonna be a tiny bit small. I know as soon as I pull this out of the pot, a lot of the soil is going to fall off. So I will be able to fit it in the bag. Do I want it that tight though? I'm not sure. I think I might use a 2 gallon on this particular one in the hole. Maybe that's wrong, maybe it's right. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to do. So what I did was I rolled over the top of the bag and I just kind of like pushed it down in the hole. It molds pretty easily to what you want it to mold to, and some of the soil kind of holds it open. So that's cool. I'm going to take my grape. Oh my goodness. You can see that didn't work out too well. I think because my grapes were just planted, or just repotted, is what the nursery told me. So we're going to get it in here, get those roots covered up, keep it nice and moist, and get enough soil in this bag to hold it in place. So again, Vole King, pretty cool product. And I think I messed it up a little bit. It probably should go deeper, because if I run a weed trimmer around this, it's just gonna grab this really thin wire that it's made out of and just rip it to shreds. But hopefully that'll, the rest of it will stay in the ground. Okay, onto the barn for product number 3. This one's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna be able to use it a lot on the homestead. So this other cool product is from a company called Maker Pipe. I'm not sure where they're located, but as you can see by the box, made in the USA. And I think the guy's name is Kelly. These are pretty cool little steel connectors, and they're well made, and they are made so that you can take 3/4 inch EMT conduit and pretty much do any project with it. I'm going to make a table for our greenhouse so I have something to work on in there for like potting plants or whatever. But it comes with a whole bunch of different connector types. Let me show you what those are. So let me show you what was sent to me. I'm not sure what particular kit this was. The gentleman might have just sent me samples of every type of connector. But this is the T connector, and it's pretty cool because it's got this kind of puzzle piece cut out on the end. So when you're putting it around a piece of EMT conduit, it doesn't slip apart, it doesn't pull apart on this side, which is nice. It also comes with, if you can see it, this heat shrink plastic material that we have extra of. You can take these and put them over top of the connection points, and that helps them from slipping on the pipe. So let me show you that real fast. Here's the T connector, like that. And then you connect it with these machine screws here, these with the Allen key head on it, and it keeps it from slipping. See, I'm just putting a little pressure on there and it's not sliding at all, like that. So that's pretty neat. I like that. We also have a corner connector here, an inline corner connector. So you've got a straight line connector, so you can have a piece that comes down through the center here and then one in each end. And then you've got these angled connectors, these angled T connectors, so you can make a brace, a 45-degree brace if you have something that needs to carry some more weight on it and needs to distribute the load down like that. So this is another type of connector. I think that's all we have, but what else comes in or is an option is this, which is for kids. This is pretty neat. He threw this in there for me. I'm not sure he knew I had kids or not, but you've got some little connectors like this that mimic what these are, and then you've got these black plastic straws, like coffee stir straws, and then you can make or model little projects before maybe you do it in real size like that. So you can do a scaled down project to see if it's something you want to do. So that's pretty neat. I'll give that to my daughters. So you also get this hex head Allen key for the screws, and I'm going to take some of these and I'm going to connect them to the pipe just to show you how they go together. So I forgot to mention this has little nuts that go on the other side of the connector. So when you thread through your hex head screw, it will engage with that nut on the other side. So you can connect these and leave them semi-loose like that, so you can put in another piece of pipe like so, and then just tighten it up and clamp it down onto this pipe. But you might need one of these bands right here, these friction bands, inside of here. These are also used as a shim for this type of connection. So that's it. It's simple. All you need is a pipe cutter to cut the conduit wherever you want. So you're going to need to design things yourself in the beginning. So all you're going to need is a Sharpie and a tape measure and your imagination. Cut it where you want, connect them together, and you're all set. Now over on the Maker Pipe website, they do have pre-configured kits. They've got other stuff, they've got plans, and all of that. So go check them out. So I will put the links to all of those products in the description below. I think they're all pretty cool. They could all use some improvement, but overall pretty nice. And they just sent them out to me. I'm not an affiliate for any of them. But I actually get solicited probably 10 to 15 times a day on email to push products. And most of the time, I'm not doing it because they are cheap garbage from overseas, or they are like video games and stuff like that. I could go through the crazy list for you, but it's just not worth it, and I'm not going to put you guys through that. But when I am contacted by someone who has a cool product that I think is worth it, I'm going to show it to you guys. Okay, have a beautiful, blessed day, and check out these videos right here, which shows you exactly how we built our greenhouse. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.